Michelle O'Neill, rural communities alive and well and very much enjoying this day in Balmoral show.
Yes, it's fantastic to be here with all my party colleagues, Martin McGuinness, Matt Carthy, the Agricultural Committee member in Europe. We've had our MLAs, Oliver McMullen, our agriculture spokesperson. We've had a full team here this morning to support the agriculture and rural communities. It's a fantastic show. This is the third year it's been at this site, and every year it grows from strength to strength, and I'm just only delighted to be here to support the industry, to talk about the challenges that there are and to look towards the opportunities that we have. So today is about out and about, it's about meeting people, it's about greeting people, and it's about seeing how we can all work together for the good of the agriculture and rural communities.
Of course, the keynote this morning at the breakfast event very much focusing on the importance of Ireland, North and South, being fully involved in Europe. Absolutely. I mean, it's so vital that the farming communities and the rural communities really do depend on the support that we achieve from the European Union. And in my opinion, the farming industry, the rural communities are best placed within the European Union. We've clearly said that the Tories can take decisions that impact the lives of our farmers and of our rural dwellers without the value of the input of the opinion of the local people. We need a referendum. If there's going to be a referendum, it needs to be one where we have our own say, that we dictate our future in terms of the European Union. To take us out of Europe would be detrimental to the island economy. We trade as an island nation, so the export markets that we're targeting, this would have a massive negative impact on the agricultural industry, and I think people need to seriously, the Tories in particular, need to seriously take on board the concerns that we have here as people of Ireland in the north of Ireland, and the concerns that we would have for trade right across this island. My job in terms of what we do in Sinn Féin, we stand up for the people who are most vulnerable in society, we stand up for rural communities, we stand up for people who are isolated, and we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to fight the corner, and we won't roll over and accept what the Tories want us to accept in terms of taking people out of Europe with no consideration for what impact that will have on people here in Ireland. Martin, the show just goes from strength to strength. How important is it that Sinn Féin is seen to be here?
Well, it's very, very important. The reason the Royal Ulster Agricultural Society are on the site is because Sinn Féin kept its word in terms of the development of the site. I've always appreciated the fact that they were the pioneers in moving on to the site. And of course, holding the Agriculture Ministry as we have done, it's very, very important that we continue to give as much support as we can to our farmers and all those in the agri-food industry who contribute so much to the development of our economy.
Minister of Agriculture Michelle O'Neill majored very heavily in the speech this morning about the importance of a separate referendum on EU membership.
Well, I mean, my view is very, very clear. I have huge concerns at the approach being adopted by the Conservative Party. It appears that they are determined to have a referendum. Who knows where that will lead? One thing I do know is that it would be very detrimental to the whole of the island of Ireland, and I think concerns have been expressed in Dublin, and I think here in the north we in Sinn Féin have expressed our concerns, and I'm sure there are many within the agricultural industry and among our farming community who are also very seriously concerned at the prospect of a withdrawal from Europe. I think it would have immense difficulties for us in terms of how we develop our economy, and that's without even mentioning the fact that Peter Robinson and I have been on quite a number of occasions to the United States of America, have been particularly successful in attracting foreign direct investment, but in all of the people that we have had conversations with in the United States before they made their decision to come here, the issue of continuing link with Europe always came up. So not alone would it be detrimental to our farming industry, it would also be very detrimental to our ability to attract foreign direct investment, which, as we all know, provides thousands and thousands of new jobs.
It appears whether it's Tory cuts or Tory attacks against human rights, they seem intent in wreaking havoc.
Well, I think that when you look at the way in which this Conservative government have been very determined in relation to withdrawal from Europe, if they don't get their own way in relation to the negotiations that they say that they're going to engage in, then we have to be very seriously concerned on all those fronts that I've just articulated, but also in the context of what is obviously a very clear determination on their part to end the Human Rights Act, and to do that basically because the Human Rights Act, which is an integral part of the Good Friday Agreement, is linked to the European Union. So I think that quite clearly the voices are now being raised, concerns have been expressed, and I do view the attempt to remove the Human Rights Act from the integral place that it holds within the Good Friday Agreement as effectively an attack on the Good Friday Agreement.